afternoon, welcome to Taronga Seals for the Wild. My name's Keeper Jose. Now before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge the Camaragal, the original caretakers of this land, who for thousands of years cared for our environment, including right behind us, Sydney Harbour. Now here at Taronga we share that same connection. All the seals you're about to meet today are either rare, rescued or relocated. These amazing seals are Taronga's ambassadors for the wild. Now the first seal we're meeting, his name's Pepper. We just saw him. Please make him welcome. Now Pepper is a Californian sea lion native to the west coast of the United States. He was actually born in Europe. He came to us about 15 years ago now when he was only a year old and he was only 50 kilos. Right now he's the biggest seal that we have here at Seal Theatre, coming in at almost 290 kilos. Isn't that right? Very proud of it. Now did you know you've got something in common with Pepper? Have a look at your hand. Now let's have a look at his front flipper. The bone structure in your hand and his flipper are in fact the same. Now those flippers may look awkward for getting around on land, but they're surprisingly quite fast and quite nimble. So let's have a look as he goes for a bit of a walk. You can see as he uses all four of those flippers, having no trouble at all with that walk. Good job there, Pepper. But obviously those flippers are also very well designed for life in the water. Now what he's doing here is what we call porpoising or bowing, a very quick and energy efficient way to get around our oceans. If you pay close attention, you'll also notice he takes a quick breath of air while maintaining that speed. Now this is also used very well in chasing prey or getting away from predators. Now the ocean is a pretty big place. There are different types of predators out there, seals being one of them. There is, however, one other type. Now this particular predator can actually be quite misunderstood, but is also very important to a healthy ocean. And Pepper's going to give you a bit of a clue as to what it looks like. Any ideas? A shark, that's right. A furry shark that breathes air. Now Pepper does do a great shark impersonation, but what you're in fact seeing is a natural behaviour that seals use to cool down. Those thick coats are great at keeping the heat in, but it's actually those naked and hairless flippers that they use to let that heat back out again, especially as they're cruising along. Now obviously those flippers are also very strong. A seal like Pepper can actually outrun us, especially over short distances. So these guys have a lot of strength in their upper body, so much so they can hold up their entire body weight. Awesome work there, Pepper, as always. Well, we're going to use those flippers for one more thing, and that is to wave goodbye. That was our part of the show. We're making way for two more friends of ours. Please welcome out Keeper Jake here with Diego.
Oh, there we are. Thank you very much, Jose and Pepper. Well, hi everyone, my name's Jake and this here is Diego. Same species as Pepper, although Diego he's a little bit younger, although he's pretty big still, right? He weighs around 260 kilograms. Now he's only 12 years old, so he's got a lot of growing to do. We expect him in the next few years to reach a weight right up to 350 kilograms when he's fully and completely mature. Now today, Diego's out here to show us all the life of a seal.
There is a house built out of stone. Wooden floors, walls, and window sills. Tables and chairs warmed by all of the dust. This is a place where I don't.
他把它叼走了。
Now, life for a seal in the wild isn't always easy, and human impacts is often one of their biggest challenges. But Diego, I think he's done a pretty good job so far. What do you guys think? Has he done well? Yeah. You hear that, Diego? I think you've done a pretty good job too, buddy. And I've got a big bucket of fish for you. Now, you may have all just noticed how great our seals are at catching the fish that we throw to them. And it's because of their whiskers. So, Diego, how about we give everybody a bit of a closer look? Good job. Now, on the count of 3, I'm going to need everybody's help. I need everyone to say whiskers and look towards the end of Diego's nose there. 1, 2, 3. Whiskers. There they are. Now, it's those beautiful long whiskers that help seals like Diego here detect fish in dark and murky waters. And at the moment, Diego's on a very healthy diet. On any given day, he eats around 15 kilograms of fish. It's one of these silver buckets, or 2 of these silver buckets, filled right up to the very top of his favourites. But Diego, what happens when that seafood runs out, buddy? How does it make us feel? Sad. Now, unfortunately, we are overfishing our oceans, and it's making it harder and harder for seals just like Diego here in the wild to find a feed. So, Diego, when you're ready, how about you join me next to the water's edge, and we'll have a look together to see if there's any fish left. Good looking. Diego, did you see any fish down there, buddy? No. But Diego, is there something we can do about that? Yes, he's absolutely right. Your choices matter. Now, the next time you're out shopping for seafood, choose MSC. The MSC fish stick, which you can see underneath Diego right now. Now, that's the guarantee, which the seafood that you're buying has come from a fishery that helps protect fish stocks, jobs, and the environment. So, choose MSC. Which one is it? That one down there. And you too can be a champion for the wild, which makes Diego and myself very happy. Well, Diego, I think you've done a magnificent job this afternoon, buddy, but there is one thing left to do, and it's a big wave goodbye. Bye-bye. Thank you very much, Diego. And we're going to make welcome to stage 2 of our friends. This here is Michelle coming out with Nala.
Thank you very much, Jake and Diego. Now, I'm joined actually by the very gorgeous Amali. She's Nala's daughter. They do look very similar. But Amali is only 5 years old and she's a rare Australian sea lion. So she was born here at Taronga as a part of our breeding program for this species. A really important part of caring for all of our seals does mean teaching them different behaviours. Training takes a lot of time and a lot of trust, and Amali won't do anything if she doesn't really want to do it. We can teach our seals things that allow us to take really good care of them, and that could be something as simple as asking them to open up that mouth so I can have a look at your teeth. Very nice, thank you very much, Amali. But we can also teach them things that are a little bit more challenging and complicated, and that's what Amali is very eager to practice this afternoon. She's been working on something that we call a high bow, and that's where she uses her nose to touch that buoy in the middle of the pool. But to do that this afternoon, we need your help. So on the count of 3, I need everyone to shout, "Jump, Amali," and throw your hands in the air. Now, she's not going to make it from down here. So, Amali, do you want to head to the top of the cliff? Good job. All right, Amali's in position. I'll count you all down. On the count of 3, jump, Amali. 1, 2, 3. A spectacular leap from Amali. You guys did a great job as well. She was very eager this afternoon, weren't you? Now, we really appreciate everyone joining us here today, but stay where you are because Amali and another one of our seals will be back to say our final farewells. Remember, though, that your choices really matter. Next time you're buying seafood, which one do we want? Choose MSC? Oh, no, not quite that one. That's very clever, though. This one? There it is. Choose MSC, and you can be a champion for the wild. We hope you have a great day at Taronga. Bye for now.